Leota, he takes note. He's like, you know your way around a Tommy before you've this is
I've
duly
handled a
noted.
Tommy or two in my time. Looking for Thomas.
What? How do you? They're like.
Oh yeah, I
operate it?
totally, I know how to handle one of these things. Hey, is this thing loaded? Yeah, Berzuk says as he points it straight at Reisel's face.
I
All right.
immediately duck.
All right. As
Why?
Berserk is being voluntary, reckless, that opens up, or that justifies me getting to have you roll that thing again, survival, as you lift this this ornate thatched device of magical properties and things, of magical organic material that seems heavily charged.
I roll survival.
Yes.
Okay.
And Rizel rolled dexterity.
Oh, just a regular dex.
It's a check as you're actively popping around.
Is
Cool.
Bergik holding this with his good
Ooh.
hand? His non-grapple hook hand?
That's up to Berserk.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
rolled a 16.
Oh,
Have a-
yeah. Rizel ducks out of the way and rolls
Ah.
onto the floor.
Scurry along.
Wherein he can grab one himself, pick one up, where the floor, where there happens to be sprawled out many Tommy petals.
Oh well, I
I
won't
was just
take
thinking
one.
about whether I should shoot Bergik's gun out of his hand, and I was thinking, what if I miss and take off his other hand?
No.
I look towards the party and be like, wait, are we supposed to grab this and do something?
Couldn't hurt to have one or two. So Mai's gonna go grab one or two.
All right.
Upon seeing my grab one, I also grab one. Be like, all right, cool.
Mai goes
Where
quick.
does that- Well, I don't know what went on. I thought we were supposed to,
Your own decisions, Faisal. You're your own person.
Okay. And he grabs two more. Yeah, I don't know how he does it, but he gets two on one hand, and then he tries to grab the third one and try to like holster it.
Hey, Reisel, mate, why don't you come over here? I'll tell you exactly how many you should grab. All
Wait,
right?
hold on. How big are these?
so-
I go to Berzak, be like, wait, hold on, Berzak, wait. And then I look at it and I'm like, how big are these guns, by the way?
They're about as tall as
DM.
you. It's like a it's like a roll survival as you assess this thing in your hand.
Oh shit.
I mean,
As you look down
like
the
the-
muzzle and decide about how long it is or
Ooh.
whatever it is.
17?
Yeah, you handle this thing and you're like, looks you think in your head, looks no bigger than the hunting rifles we used to use to go get womp on giant rats in the sewers back in the old days.
Okay, so I try to holster the third one on my back. I try to carry as much as the two of them. And I look towards Berzak and be like, I'm ready.
all right, Rizel. Now, Bergik, you fix one to your hand. Mai, take as many as you want. Get one for your snake. Lay, Mr. Ryota, out of curiosity, why were you bringing two briefcases full of weapons to a peaceful summit meeting?
You've
Just
always
curious.
You've always
Curious.
gotta be prepared when you're a lawman. You know that. and as the sheriff pins his a law signet on your anything that's hanging around over here, like a backpack piece, sleeve, that's not what you call strap or something, and he's going around. You've
So,
a,
your
when,
definition of being prepared is having 2 briefcases filled with deadly weapons. For who?
that
Didn't seem like you thought we would be here.
we've got to whenever you sit down at I'm myself as just a humble deputy. I just know that when you're at negotiating tables for high stakes organized criminality, it helps to have a cachet of weaponry in the negotiations to better in help it go your way at the end of it. Should
All right.
things
See, now
take a
he's
left.
sweating too. I mean, it seems like everyone's sweating a lot this morning. All right. Listen, we'll take care of these for you. You head inside and get yourself settled. We'll be in shortly. Make sure that there's tea waiting for us. Would you?
I will. And he picks up a Tommy rifle, and
I'll take that. Don't worry. It's fine.
and he hands he's like, this one stays with me, and you can contest him as he puts it.
I'm not going to contest it. It was just an attempt.
Alrighty. Or you
Seeing
can
how
roll
far he was
persuasion as he eyes you, and then he eyes the sheriff, and and he's looking back between you two.
It's all right. You don't trust someone that the sheriff is literally declaring his trust in right now. It's fine. Go
Yeah.
inside and set yourself down.
Roll persuasion at 12 or higher.
I did it again.
Oh.
Tell me for one.
Oof.
I can't even blame the dice. It's
The
We can always blame the dice.
you're trying to, you see this, sheriff, this feller's trying to disarm me before I go into the meeting. Just watch your eye on around these folk before. Be careful. You give that badge to anyone, and it means the trust, the bond that I have, that you and I have. You haven't built that with these folk, and he's trying to disarm me before I go into the sit down, and that's just sketchy behavior.
Hey.
Just worth noting, Sheriff. And
Now listen, I don't take too kindly to talk about disarming people, okay? I'm not handicapped. I'm differently enabled, okay? I have look, I have a gun for an arm now, all right? I'm not disarmed at all right? It just it's very rude to make assumptions about what people can and can't do with a missing or augmented limb, all right? I'm better than I used to be. I'm not touchy about it at all.
That's kind of rude of you if you ask me to be talking about people without arms like that.
The sheriff eyes between Gerald and then over at Lay. So Berzuk with advantage as Mai helped you in and in changing the attention of the sheriff away from distrust towards the party and instead on reprimanding the inconsiderateness of Ryota. That is in the balance as he looks between Ryota and Gerald.
Sorry,
Berserk
am I
rolls with
rolling?
advantage persuasion.
Persuasion.
At 13 or higher. Well, rootin' tootin', this is a heck of a way.
Oh boy.
I tell you, I've just been in between
gosh.
a lot of you. Ryota,
Advantage
you-
is really bad today.
you
I know, right?
You know better than that. Get on in there, and but what you said is true. I did deputize these folk kind of early, and Gerald, I'm a straight shooter with you, and
Gerald's already handing the badge back.
I'll take that. Thank you very much, and just knowing there, I trust you about as far as I can throw you. Just know in that table in there, we're sitting at opposite ends of the table. You see, as he tried to disarm one of the or I've repeated that enough. I don't need to repeat it again. Instead, I'm just going inside. I had high hopes for you, son, and you dashed them.
Yeah, that was your mistake.
And
Never have hopes for me.
I just got to do right by the town, you see, and I hope you understand that. If you did mean well, but I can't let the town down by there's a lot that weighs in the balance. I gotta keep folk I know won't ever do anything that isn't in my own isn't in the best interest of the town and myself.
Okay, right.
Like good old Ryota right here. We're going inside now. Come on, Ryota. And they both go on inside.
When the doors close, Gerald's just going to say, all right, we should probably get in there really quick, but I just have a thought. I think that the mayor and the sheriff are going to get murdered, and the mayor's aide, who's been siphoning moon petal oil, and Lay Ryota are going to take their places as patsies for Condor Leone, and this entire town is going to become a drug mill.
So who do we shoot? I mean,
Everyone, I'm pretty sure. That's to maintain balance in this plane. I think we have to shoot everyone.
okay, well, I'm gonna follow you guys and shoot to kill, or not? I don't know. And
Sorry, this
Rizal-
wasn't me giving a plan. This was me asking if you guys thought the same thing. Like,
Eh.
Rizal, no, not the
Oh,
guns.
wait.
Just wait on it.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I mean, I don't know who to shoot, since I was kind of encased in this whole fiasco. So, if you guys want me to shoot something, I want to try these babies out, and I go like, I put them up in the air like Rambo style. I'm like, I'm ready, you guys. Right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, if there's gonna be some transfer of ownership in property, maybe this is a good time to invest. See, every kinds of upheaval is an economic opportunity. We could be getting in on the ground floor of prime real estate here in this town. I mean, it's we could be set. We wouldn't have to travel. We wouldn't have to adventure. We wouldn't have to sleep in a bedroll with holes cut in it for some reason. It'd be great.
I don't mind. Wait, we're trying to save somebody, right? I thought that's the goal here.
Oh yeah, saving lives. Yeah, but think of the investment opportunities.
What?
I'm with you guys on this, and Mai's holding up her Tommy pedals.
I was like, that's the spirit, my hell yeah. Rise was like, oh.
If you're dual wielding, yeah, just note that they kind of feel a little cumbersome. You can do it, but you feel as though
sure.
You might be less accurate with the advantage of being able to do more damage or something.
You notice Rizel's like tumbling like left and right, can't keep a steady balance, but he's got like determined eye on his face, be like, all right, think I can do this.
Burzuk's just gonna have a gun arm and a magic arm. So one arm can fire seeds, and the other arm can, I don't know, chuck fireballs if need be. That's his version of dual wielding.
Yeah, you guys look totally badass as this wind wafts your outfits
Hell
around
yeah.
as you're standing over a bunch of excess cartridges and of petal seed cartridges and that are rolling around in the wind, and you guys are in striking poses, it seems.
Mai's just going, okay, Gerald, go ahead, make our plan. What are we doing?
Oh no. Alright, first things first, ammunition. We need ammunition. Gather these up, and he starts picking up some of the seeds. Then we go in there and we play off their mutual hatred of us to get them to agree that we are the ones that they hate and they should work together to stop the drug trade in town and remove the insidious ingredient G, I believe it was called. Most things that start with G are insidious from my experience.
Oh wait, do we know who's behind this drug ring, or is that what we're trying to find out?
Well,
Go on.
we know that the people in this town are selling to the folks in Old Stalk Forest, and we know that they have been selling it for a while. We know that only recently have they included this ingredient G into the moon petal oil that they've been selling, and that resulted in a huge uptick in sales because presumably people are getting addicted. The other thing is, we know there's a large hangar south of the prairie where a lot of this stuff is stored. We might want to go there, and also we believe that there is some connection to Titania because of a cabinet we found, which was very compelling evidence at the time. But when I say that we think it's the Queen of the Summer Court because of a cabinet, I'm not sure how much, like, how effective that is.
What about any connections to geez, what's her name again? I keep forgetting. The witch lady.
Don't say it. Don't you say it.
Does
Stop
somebody
it.
help me out with the name?
Pershik, stop it. Don't say the name or else we'll have another Kenku flying in here, and we don't need that.
I don't know what your name you're talking about. I forgot. If you guys,
We all
guys
know
could
it,
just
Burzuk.
let me know.
No, guys, I know what you mean. I don't take any offense to that. I get a lot of that.
Oh.
Hey, who's that?
That is it was
Who's saying that?
Lyric.
Oh, is Eric still with us?
Yeah, he's still got his flying contraption. He's just hanging out.
Okay, I'd assumed. Actually,
Yeah,
no.
I'm kind of a
Yeah,
fly.
I wrote in my.
That's why the witches chose me. I don't take any offense. No, don't worry. I don't take any offense. These I was handpicked for my my wallflower-esque abilities that no one, few
So
people
anyway,
even notice me
what-
when I'm
what's important
keeping my
is
making
that-
my ledgers.
Why is my voice not as clear as it usually is?
Oh, I couldn't hear. I apologize.
Someone else talking at the same time as I was talking?
I apologize.
I don't know. It wasn't Bergik, it wasn't Mai, it wasn't Rizal.
I don't hear.
Marizal.
It was something that came from a wall, maybe like a flower wall.
Oh, it's probably
Um,
just like the moon petals. They're blowing in the distance. Okay.
It seemed to blend into the background noise of the town very well. You know, kind of the wagons being pulled by and kind of the din of the people talking and strolling. It sounded like it was kind of concealed within all of that. Like
Guys,
it's
your
part of the
friend Lyric.
milieu.
It's your traveling companion. I'm right here.
Kind of.
Oh, maybe
Oh.
we should go find like the Kenku that was with us and have him do like a scouting run around just to see if there's anything around.
I think-
But we'll figure that out later, I think.
Sure.
Anyway, we should remember that the sheriff and the mayor were kind of at odds. The mayor seemed to be wanting to sell this drug. The sheriff didn't seem to like it quite as much. And the mayor and Condor Leon seem to be in league. And they're all in there right now. So maybe we should go in and make sure they're not making plans that we can't do.
I agree. And Mai starts heading in.
Wait a minute, guys. Just a quick question. Do we know? So everybody we want to, I don't know, kill is inside a enclosed room that may or may not be within the size of a 20-foot radius, right?
Gerald just
Yeah.
nods and puts his finger to the side of his nose.
I'm just saying we don't even have to go inside if the goal is just to, you know, I mean,
Well, we don't really want to politically destabilize the region. Because that would cause more problems than it's worth. I think we just want them to stop including addictive chemicals in their substances that they sell, and to diversify the crop field. Because
Yeah.
honestly, it's criminal that this is the only crop that they're harvesting.
So would turning everybody into little piles of ash and burning the entire building down, would that be conducive to our plan?
Let's call that option B.
Okay.
version.
That's fine. I still have my other hand with that Tommy pedal. Like I can always use that one too. That's cool.
All right, in we go. Eric, you're coming with us, right? You know we were just fucking with you, don't you?
Wait, where'd he go?
You josh too much, friends.
Okay.
And
Okay, some of us were fucking with you. Bergik really didn't know you were there.
anywhere I go, I can't leave my flying contraption behind because, as you can see, the wind's kind of getting the best of me, and it's like blowing the contraption over. And he's like holding it on his back, and he's like, I can't have it blown away in the wind, or
I'm sure they have a coat check or something side.
That's a good idea.
Contraption check.
Then I'll join you, and he holds
Toss
it.
him one of my Tommy pedals.
You offer Lyric a weapon.
I just tossed him a Tommy pedal.
Love
Oh,
You're with us.
he's going to roll
I love
Hey, think fast.
roll survival.
all of
At
his throw.
4. He catches it, and he catches it bad, real bad, and
Bro.
it is where 1 second, just gotta find the
Rip.
Ugh.
we have
Sorry. Oh my god.
1 sec. It's D12
Excellent
plus
choice.
D10. D12 plus D10. I go over here. I have a D12 and then a D10. It's like a big giant seed explodes with this moonshine energy. The glow of the moon explodes out of the end of this thing covers. He's covered in this irradiating moonlight. His beak that got caught in it, and the front of his face is real bad. Like a lot of the feathers that were on his face are now high in the sky, and yeah, there was a very loud sound like a seed exploding into moonlight, a very condensed and focused beam of it.
So
And
sorry.
he's like, "Oh, this, you're handing me. Thank you for this weapon. You won't regret. You won't regret giving it to me. You're gonna roll.
Can I just call
He's
damages?
yeah, you see that he looks very perturbed, and half yeah, like he's struggling to keep it by his side, or he's trying to figure out where he's supposed to put it. He's like putting it behind him and then in front of him. And
Hey, listen, don't you worry about a thing, all right? If there's one thing this party never does, it's worry about the repercussions of our action. No regrets. Everything we've done has been spot on and just exactly the right thing at the right time. That's we are batting 1,000 here. So that was not a mistake handing you that Tommy pedal is what I'm saying.
he gives you a thumbs up, and
Berserk, don't give him a thumbs up back.
You'll be fine, Lyric. We got this. We're armed and ready to go.
Can I roll to see which direction I fire at as I
Uh-oh.
attempt to give him a thumbs up with
yeah.
a gun?
Wait, can I roll persuasion when I go with us? What if he agrees?
How do you want me to roll
Yeah.
to determine which random direction as I'm trying to see how to do a thumbs up with a gun as a hand?
Well, let's just roll a d20 to decide whether or not it breaks bad, and then we'll do like a d4 to see who it hits. And then on you are right. As he's bowling over, your words seem to resonate. Roll persuasion for 13 or higher.
Was that for Laura?
Yeah. But you're rolling a d20 for Bird section, rolling a d20 for just controlling his own
I rolled a 16 on attempting to do a thumbs up with a loaded Tommy pedal.
Yeah, you lift
without
up,
killing any of
and you you're somehow your tendons pull the reeds of this thatched magical machinery that causes a lot of movement and motion of mechanisms to go off, but it all culminates in the end to the receiver raising up and clicking as if it's cocked now, but also resembling a thumbs up.
Ooh.
But it's also pointed at his face as you're thumbs upping his face, and he's very wide-eyed. And
Berserk, keep your thumb up.
then he
Keep your thumb up.
he gulps and looks back over at my and roll persuasion as he mulls over your offer to your come with us or whatever.
And I smile at him very reassuringly with no malice whatsoever as I'm giving him a thumbs up with the barrel pointed straight at him.
You can roll intimidation
Like reassuringly.
to give my an advantage, but you have to make your intimidation roll at 11 or higher.
Ooh.
Guys, I think flat rolls are better than advantage rolls. You know, I don't know
Gee,
how the
like-
math of it works out, but
And Mai, what did you get for your persuasion?
A 10.
Ooh.
With advantage, as he looks not so convinced, but then this Gerald's thumb cocks and intimidates him, and he makes a big gulp. So now you have advantage.
It's definitely still a 10.
Yeah, he's like
These
yeah.
advantage rolls, man.
It's right in the middle, and he's you can't totally get a read on him too well, but he's just like, well, then we better head in, and not before another accident happens.
Good call. Okay.
Girl goes in too.
Very cool. And you guys head into this illustrious mayor's estate. There's when you walk in first, there's this big staircase that goes up, and over there's a landing where there's all kinds of you see like faint shadows. It's like daylight, but you see shadows from the ceiling, like they're being underlit. Things moving around up there, individuals, and there is a maitre d'. That's what he introduces himself as, and he's like, welcome to the mayor's manor. It's I'll be your maitre d', and we're having wonderful breakfast of moon petal salad, and you will be ever so pleased. And may I take your coat? And
You can take this flying contraption back here that my friend Eric has.
He checks it out, and Lyric offers it over to him. It's very big, and this is quite a fashion statement, I say. I suppose I can hang it up here. He's going to roll to attempt to hang it up with the other coats. 13. Yeah, it tilts the whole rack on one side, but he manages it, and he's like, and without further ado, follow me. And he starts stepping up the stairs, and he's like, we have quite the get together recently. It's funny, the mayor hasn't had a party this big in some time. He only has a few guests at a time from outside of town. This is all town folk at this party, I see. It's strange for the mayor.
I'm sure that the mayor gets a lot of visits from the upper crust folk in Old Stork, right?
Oh, those keenly friends. He's kindly having meetings with some from Stork, from Old Stork. Yes, they've been coming a lot recently. They had there was even just today there was decked fist. It's the meal in between dinner and breakfast, and the mayor had a quick little get together, but with none other than Oh, the queen of I say that surreptitiously, of course, because of course she's not the summer queen herself, but it was a peculiar woman who had spider legs, and she was like a centaur, but with spider legs. And he makes this this gesture.
I never. I mean,
It was
Did you happen to catch her name by any chance?
oh, why as a maitre d', one must never
be discreet, of course.
absolutely. He mulls this over. He roll it could be investigation, maybe. It either persuasion or investigation, whatever you feel is appropriate.
We're in whose mansion?
You are in the mayor's manor. This
Okay.
is you. He stops mid walking up the stairs to address you, and he's like, "You are in the mayor's manor." He
Of course.
Cool.
he gestures. This is a estate that's been here since before the summers came, and before the prairies, the petals grew as tall as they did, and before the prairie was what it is today, this estate is an institution.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you know,
just
at this
double check.
point, Gerald accidentally sneezes in his face,
Oh,
deeply offending him, making it so that he will give Gerald no more information because Gerald rolled another natural one.
hey.
Yeah. Oh my. Oh,
I'm,
this is
I'm
highly
so sorry.
uncouth. As far as oh my. This is
I'm from a monastery. It's like a monk. I'm sorry.
oh.
And are we rolling up with the Tommy gun pistols?
Yeah, you guys are walking in, bearing armed to the teeth, it seems.
At
Pretty
this point, I'm
badass.
just dragging my gun. At this point,
Yeah, as you guys, whenever this guy makes a step up the stairs, it's like creaky stairs and stuff. But every time you guys put down one of your boots, for some reason it makes a what's that? An instrumental sting. I was trying to. It's like. It's like a I'm not
Or
gonna
clanging
remember.
on metal.
Yeah, like an orchestral. Yeah, an orchestral sting. That's the word I was trying to pull. Like the Matrix. But you guys are headed up this stairway, and this maitre d' is he's very I am beside myself with the uncouthness. Oh, just see your way to the top of the stairs
No, let me
yourself.
clean off your face. I'm so sorry.
Oh my!
Please,
Oh my!
I apologize.
This is highly
It's just I'm
uncouth.
smearing it around. I didn't mean it.
Yeah. Did you roll 4 for the cleaning up, or yeah, roll.
The 4 was my natural one for investigation to learn about Spider Lady.
Roll performance to clean up, maybe, and maybe medicine.
Cool.
Mai would just roll her eyes and go, "You'll have to excuse our companion here. He's not very worldly."
Just because I spent like a century in a small monastery doesn't mean I don't know about the world. It just means I know the monastery really, really, really well.
Well,
And on the medicine.
didn't know
Roll
enough
pers-
reasons.
uh roll persuasion with advantage as you guys are stating your cases together and walking back this maitre d' from his
And
agastment.
just a FYI, it's okay to decline advantage if you so see fit.
Rolled a 17.
Oh.
Well then, friend, I too am understand what it is like to be to not venture out into the world and not know the ways of the outside as you've devoted yourself to a temple of sort, a state of sort, in so that you can bring honor to it as well as yourself and perpetuity. And I sympathize with you in this, and thank you. Your friend has helped me see this, and with that, I will answer your question, any question that you have. It's a thing I don't do but I am compelled to now.
Well, I'd love to start just by Drider ladies. I just was wondering what her name was. People wouldn't say it to me, so I was wondering if you'd do the kindness of just letting me know the lady's name. That'd be great.
Oh, it's the mayor. It happened. All of the guests during the day are fine and well, but the meetings in between lunch, but in between dinner and breakfast are confidential, but as I have made a pact to answer any one question you may have, I must give you yours, and there you go. That name I will give you. And he pulls out his thing for the maitre d's log. All right, let's see here. This was the no, that's the meal between breakfast and breakfast. I have to go back a page, and what do we have here?
Boy, this town is run by hobbits. Am I right?
They are quite small.
Ellie.
It's boggles.
It's Ellie. That's who she was. Her name Ellie.
Oh.
I'm quite familiar with her, calling her Ellie.
Oh, it's just what she put down when she sat down. We like to, around the table, it's nice to have name tags, and so whenever you sit down at the table, I'm supposed to make a name tag for everyone, and in my maitre d' logs I log the names that are anyone who sits at the table here, and it's just this log that I keep right here in my breast pocket here, but I'm holding it now. well, I'll just put it back in my breast pocket now, and we'll get you back to where you're headed. And he starts walking up the stairs again.
Thank you for your help.
You're very welcome, the lot of you. I hope great fortune upon you, and I know that the dealings on that table are way the mortal man and soul, and the land of the Feywild, the change beneath the foot of its table, and I wish you great fortune, and that you don't catch the bitter end of whatever deals are made there.
That's the first time someone's wished that for us. Thank you.
You're welcome. And yeah, you guys are still following him as he's walking up. Hey.
Does he want to try and grab that ledger, or are we good?
I talked to party. I was like, yeah, should we do that, or like who is Ellie again? You guys, that's the name.
I look over at Gerald like, you remember people.
That name sounds important.
Sorry, what was that? I was looking at the ceiling.
I was like, so wait. The name that he mentioned. Have we heard of that before? 'Cause I have no clue.
No.
Oh, all right. Well,
I mean, not that I know of. Is Eric? We don't really know anyone in the old Stork Force, which is where I presume from.
okay. Well, I mean, I guess maybe we can try to steal that ledger later, or maybe we'll find information when we meet up with like the mayor and sheriff at this party banquet or whatever we're going to.
I mean, it's possible.
Right.
I mean, it's certainly like a name that we can mention to sow discord and possibly get the sheriff to have some sort of leverage over the mayor for consorting with folk from outside who don't have the town's best interest at heart.
All right. I'm cool with that. Well, we're gonna roll in, right? Or are we gonna like, stow these pedal weapons?
I mean,
away?
I've strapped mine to my back. I just want them there for like framing purposes. I still want to punch things.
Oh, okay. I should probably.
You guys can do what you will. I mean, if you need to hold on to something like that to make yourself feel powerful, I mean, find confidence
right.
where you can. But
I thought we were gonna.
Eventually.
Okay, we're gonna go in incognito, right? I thought we were gonna go in guns a-blazing.
We're gonna go try to negotiate with them. Try to get some more information.
Negotiate, just what this party does well. Got it.
Remember, Plan B, option B is the other thing, but it's B.
Cool. Got it. And so Rizal will just attempt to strap his remaining pedal guns on his back, like a big backpack.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know what you mean. It's I don't need this gun to make me feel better, to make me seem like I still have both my hands. I mean, it's a part of me. It's not a coping mechanism or a substitution, right? It's a legitimate part of my being now. I mean, what am I if I don't have an arm that can fire seeds? I mean, am I still a person? Am I whole? It's just, wow, I can't believe you'd make fun of a handicapped person like that.
Seeds are not what make you worthwhile. Okay?
Really? I have worth beyond. Oh, you're right. Because I can still throw
have
fireballs. Right.
And fireballs, yes.
Wait, who's
but mostly
Hobbs? Oh, right, Hobbs. Yeah. I remember a Hobbs. Yeah. I might have magically enslaved him via the Find Familiar spell at some point. These things happen.
So we could dig into that and how you feel about what you've done to Hobbs. Or we
Right,
could go
right.
to
The
meeting where
important
the
part
fate
is
of this plane is being decided. I don't
the
want to say one is
important
more
part
important.
is how I feel about what I've done to Hobbs, and not how Hobbs feel about what has been done to him. I mean,
It's all
geez.
about perspective. I mean, Hobbs is not here to defend him or herself, so
I mean, it's obviously himself. After all, I named him Hobbs, so therefore I've bestowed a gender upon him. What gender
I've
Hobbs
decided that I
actually is
don't want to dig
is
into this. Let's
immaterial.
go into the meeting where they're talking about drugs.
Okay.
All right, this way. As he breaks over the top of the landing. On the landing, it's in an expanse of the same kind of architecture that was in the saloon, but this is very well stained and polished, and the windows are all most of the walls of this place are just these pane windows with shutters that are wide open, and lots of daylight is coming in, and you can see all the way across the prairie as a panorama view, and there's a big long table that stretches out in the up against one of the windows, and seated there is the sheriff on one side of the table, and the Dorleone on the other side, and there, and with his compatriots, and then the sheriff has his lay is there, and the maitre d' says, "All right, you take your seats, please, and your name." And he goes to write down everybody's names, asks, "All right, your name, and what should I write down here as your name, so that those at the table can address you accordingly?"
I'm gonna point to Rizel and go, his name is Butthead.
All right, that's with
yes.
2 B's, or...
Oh my god, have I been getting your name wrong this whole time? I'm so... You
Hey,
need to correct people when they do that, otherwise
didn't
we'll
we-
have that.
No, it's Butthead. Wink. I like wink twice in like the most obvious way.
Guys,
All
I
right,
thought
parenthetical
we had
wink.
I thought we had settled on a very proper and dignified and not at all cultish sounding name for our group when we were to introduce ourselves at the summer court when we get there.
Wait, but this isn't the summer court though. We're just.
We can try it out, though. We can try it out, Russ.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, Butthead, we can try it out here.
Wait,
We're the children of Hobbs.
Collectively, you're all as one being a multiple children. All right then. I'll just...
Listen, it's a pretty weird and dysfunctional family. You don't want to see the family tree and how that all came about.
You have a tree?
Yeah, so to speak.
Then
I mean,
I'll just put children, also children of Hobbs, also children of Hobbs, also children of Hobbs, and yeah, he puts them down as he seats each person, putting yeah, everybody has a little nameplate in front of them. You look over on one side, you see
It's like children number 1, children number 2.
yeah,
Number 1, number 2.
yeah. You see,
And hear the voice of Hobbs in our heads.
I don't know. I wouldn't know what Hobbs sounds like.
and well, then everyone seems to be here. I have a wonderful breakfast. And he walks away, and the sheriff he eyes he's stealing glances at Dorleone, and Dorleone squinting at him, and they're both like they seem very perturbed, and then they glance back over at you guys, and the tension is rising. And also the thatched that only breaks as the shutters from the wind kind of tap against the glass and break each other's as the bright daylight gets dim for just a split shutter close. And then bright again, and it cuts the focus between them for just a brief moment as a creak happens, and a mayoral trumpet sounds as you guys look over your chair. And approaching, coming up the landing, is none other than you see a creature with like a bunch of moss on its back, and orange clay dripping off of its shoulder into a hand, and a like root-like legs lift up and then place itself onto the landing, and then pull itself up onto the landing. And then by the time that you see the root-like legs, you also see the small top hat of the mayor leading the way, and in front of this creature, and this creature, as the mayor passes him, there is a opportunity for something to happen, and it does. The mayor's like, oh. A static shock zaps between this creature and the mayor, and it makes his top hat go up for a second, and he's like, whoa, and he then rubs the back of his shoulder, and he's like, oh, this do be careful, and the maitre d' is blowing a trumpet at the side of the stair where the staircase meets the landing, and the mayor walks on over, and then takes a seat at the end at the head of the table, in between the window and the long part of the table, where the thatched or the shutters wrapped against the window earlier, and this big creature looms slowly, a little bit slower than the mayor, follows the same path and looms behind him, casting a shadow onto the table that is only momentarily no longer a shadow whenever a crack of electricity emits just like from its shoulder to its abdominal area, and then like different areas every once in a while. And well then, let the trumpet stops, and he's like, well then, let the breakfast begin. Ba-boo! And there's lots of guys who come out with silver platters and lots of different utensils that are quite perplexing. They look like they're made from stems of different flowers and things. And the actual meals are taken off, and it looks like a lot of the meat of flowers that has been prepared to an end that is like over. It looks like it is like sautéed in flower oil and a bunch of other stuff, and it's just very flowery, to say the least.
Do that creature you're describing, do I know what race it is?
Roll
Nope.
either actually roll Arcana as you stare into you stare into the eyes of the hollow gapes that make up this thing's brittle clayish skull, and it has these hollow eyes in the top part of teeth, but it's like missing every other tooth, and they're not actually teeth. And what'd you roll?
I got a 16.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have
Look at
have heard stories about these creatures. They're just fen beast. Or yes,
Fen.
when you were camping for a long time ago, you remember your cousin was telling you stories of this. Your cousin Drill was telling you fen beast.
Very nice.
You ever heard of fen beast? And then the firecracker below him, and he said they are magical and roughly humanoid shaped hulks of mystic souls and bones of creatures that were drowned in the swamp and mud and wet wood and rotten plants.
I was like, oh, Drill, no. That's all I remember, I guess. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Did it notice our gaze? I'm assuming we haven't sat down, right? Are we all standing up still?
You're assessing this thing, and it's unmoving. You're looking up at these big hollow holes in this thing's. The closest thing you can come to calling it is a skull. It's only the top half of it, and it is parallel with the horizon. It is not. It does not look down to meet your gaze as you're sitting in a chair, and it is standing behind the mayor, looming and over him, in between him and the window to the outside prairie, and as the shutter wraps against the glass once more, making it go from bright daylight to very dim for a quick moment, and in that quick moment you can see the light at the back, like there seems to be this electrical whirring that is, as you are looking up at its eyes, or where they would be, you see an electric fizzle whirring happening up there that make his eyes glow, or the hollow parts of his skull within his eyes glow just ever so when the light gets dim, but it's imperceptible when the shutters are open.
Oh snap! All right. I look around and talk to everyone else. Be like, I think we should sit down, but I don't know where to sit down.
I mean, on the table, right?
Well. Do we have names or?
Are we
we
the
just-
guests of honor? If we're the guests of honor, we would sit at the head of the table. But I mean, that might be a little
Nope, not
presumptuous,
doing
right? Okay.
I just try to go at the other end of the table of wherever the sheriff and mayor are at. But
Yeah.
I don't sit down yet. I just scoot myself, just humming, be like, "Ah, we're here."
Yeah, you sit down, and you notice that there is a name tag on.
Oh wait,
the chair?
I don't want to sit down yet. Like
okay.
just
Yeah, you
like
you
by the chair.
yeah you get on over close to that chair, and you
Cool,
eye
cool.
the chair. It's roll
Yes.
perception.
Oh, okay. Perception. Wait, where's my? Oh hell yeah, 26.
Yeah, this is very you notice that this chair is peculiarly well crafted, and it really stands out to you. You put your hand on it. The upholstery of the backside of the chair almost makes you laugh. It's so soft that it tickles, and then but the rigidness of the wood grain in your palm feels so secure that you feel safe just touching the chair, you look down at it, and across the middle top part it says stream sys dot. It is it's a
Oh, that's the chair.
yeah, it seems to be an etching of a crafts a tradesmark. Yeah, it's some kind of mark of a tradesman, or in this case tradesperson. Persons, as it's stream sys dot.
Okay. Well, I just wait till like all the other guests, I guess, are sitting down, and I just look at my party.
You sit down
I point to the chair.
first, and then all sit down.
Oh, shit.
The Corleone says trustingly of the others, and the sheriff says, "Oh, that's a good one. I sit down, and then I'm left unawares when you guys have the jump on me. Nah, homie, don't play that rootin' tootin'." And then the mayor is gonna be like, "Oh, this is uncalled for. If we all just sat down, it's there's nothing that we can't just discuss. It's we can hardly eat standing up. That would be it would be uncouth. Not to mention you'd be likely to spill something onto the wonderfully polished floor. Why doesn't everybody just sit down?" And what are you guys doing?
And so as soon as he says that, I look to my party and I'll be like, "I'm gonna do what's called a pro gamer move, you guys." And then I sit down, but I take one of my Tommy gun pistols and lay it in front of me, and just look and be like, "It stays."
All right then. We
Keep in mind, like the table's probably like my eye height or something. I don't know.
we all put our weapons on the table then, so they're ready to move at a moment's notice, heightening the stakes. I like his thinking. And
I whisper back to my party, be like, "Holy shit, you guys at work? What the fuck?"
the sheriff
Wow.
and Corleone
Yeah.
carefully put their armaments immediately in front of them as they take their seats.
How tall is this table, by the way? Just
Uh,
curious.
This table,
It's made for muggles.
yeah,
Dude, does my height sitting down like? I see over the table, right? Like,
absolutely, yeah.
okay.
As a smaller, medium-sized creature, it's just a little bit small for you, but it's not uncomfortable. But the rest of you guys, it is quite
Cool,
small.
cool.
It's like a little
It's sitting at
puggy,
a child's table.
a little bit.
All right, so yes, I have my arms, I guess, are laying down on the table
Yes.
with the gun in the middle.
The maitre
I'm
d'
just
comes
staring.
by. Excuse me, elbows. Elbows.
Well, yeah.
please.
I mean, I have to keep both arms on the table. I mean, I wasn't raised in a barn, and since one of my arms, my hands is this Tommy pedal, I guess I'm just going to have to rest it right here on the table and just have it kind of swivel around and point in different directions as I'm trying to manage the silverware with both hands. You understand how it is, right? It's not a threat or anything. I'm just trying to do the best I can with the hand or lack of hand I was dealt.
Berserk roll deception.
I think Berserk might actually mean it, but
I agree
I'll
with
roll
that, but
deception.
also on this end, it's the others inferring what you what the connotation of accepting this behavior means for them. So that's what that's for.
Can I do a quick like say and say to Berzak and be like, he's trying his best.
Yeah, the Corleone or Dorleone's like, that's well, of course that makes sense. And then the sheriff's like, absolutely, and the mayor, very well then. And then but it's Ryota who's like, hold on, that's if you put it on the table, that's fine, but the moment you lift your arm off of that table, it will be considered raising an arm off the table, a armament off the table.
I mean, you have to make some accommodations for handicapped people, right? I mean, you
Absolutely.
can't just expect me to just eat with just one hand. That would be uncouth. I mean, we are a very well-mannered group here. I definitely need to have both hands mobile and actively being used in order to eat a meal, right? I mean, come on.
Leota slams his hand on the table and he's like, Sheriff, Mayor, this is... And roll perception on that one. As the sheriff and mayor look at each other and then look back to Berzak and... the mayor is like, breakfast being uncouth, not in my manner, that will not do, and you are free to eat as you will. And then the sheriff's like, Ryota's like, Sheriff, come on, This is crazy. He's waving a rifle around. He's gonna point it at us.
All right, Leoda, you're not really doing great at the de-escalation thing here. Bergek, how about just keep your arm off the table? It's moon pedal shit anyway. We'll get you some bacon after this, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, they always treat me like I'm at the kids' table. I don't know why. Brezik's just grumbling.
All right.
I mean, Leoda, when you want to solve a problem... I'm sorry,
It's
Leoda, that's
Leoda.
wrong. Leoda, I apologize. I have problems with my L's and R's. When you want to de-escalate a situation, bacon is always the first way to go. Big. And then he's going to go sit down next to Con Dorleone. Like a seat or two away.
Yeah. Yeah. You park it next to Dorleone, just seat or two away, and there's still one of his bodyguards in between him. So I'll say a seat away from that bodyguard guy, and he meets your approach, and he's like, this just because I said that we'd be meeting on the other side of the table, and know that even though that is not the case, as you have chosen to sit so close to me, it still is figurative. And
I assumed it was metaphorical.
yes, and
I mean, we can agree on that, right?
yes, as
Yeah. So that's a first step to healing the relationship. Excellent.
now, the mayor is Dorleone is like, this is a fact. This is the we've called a peacetime, and we've called a time for a parley, that there be no ill done in the town until the end of the breakfast this morning. But there has been an attempt on a parlay's life. This he looks at the nameplate in front of Rizel. This child of Hobbs, he was granted parlay, and there was an attempt on his life that must be answered to at once. And the sheriff's like, oh, you're trying to pass the buck. You and your crime syndicate were the one. You and your rootin' tootin' crime syndicate were the ones who did that guy harm. And the guy next to Dorleone, or just Dorleone, is like I would never break the parlay. That's impossible. It had to. It's Sheriff. I believe that you saw that these people were in here in the town doing working with me, agreed to work with me, and you needed to put an end to that with your selfish obsession with keeping this town the way it was. Back at before the summer time, and that's what happened. I know it. And the sheriff, what are you guys doing?
I'm just. Oh yeah, if there's food, I'm eating it right now.
Yeah.
Watching the two argue.
So you guys are
And then I just
eating this. You guys there's all these weird utensils in front of you, it almost the handle looks kind of or looks like a silverware, but the end looks like a bulb that squiggles into itself, and then there's like another thing that looks like a knife, but anytime you try to cut with it, the blade sinks into itself and then shows up on the other side of it, on the top side, and then you flip it trying to cut it again, and then the blade sinks back into itself and shows up on the other side.
Wait, guys! Does anybody hear somebody making bird noises here?
My, is that what you do before you eat?
I was just clearing my throat.
Is that
okay. I mean,
tiefling prayer, like saying grace or something? I don't want to judge anybody's religious beliefs.
I appreciate that. It's just how I clear my throat sometimes.
okay, because you were staring at the food, and I thought this was like I don't know, a prayer or something for your goddess, or I don't know. But
I can understand
cool.
for sure.
Oh, okay. Well, I just go eat. I don't know if I'm supposed to do something before, but I'm gonna go eat.
Is your throat clear now, or do you need to clear your throat again?
It's definitely clear. It's all clear. We're all clear.
So then you can tell
cool.
everyone here how the individual who attacked our friend Rizel was taken care of by you. So you exacted justice with your own hand.
Yeah, to be fair,
I don't believe that was the same individual who attacked Rizel.
Rather thought it was.
I believe. No, you. No, well, I can tell you about a separate individual that I, by my own hand.
Might as well. I mean, like, why not? The good stories of killing are always fun, right? Everybody, yeah.
I mean, we're no stranger to killing. Am I
Only
right?
I mean,
Dorleone
it's like
says, "Hold on, let's nail this down. You say that there's a culprit and that she is the witness to it, but then she says that there's another separate and unrelated culprit. This
I mean,
that doesn't. The sheriff is like that story. It goes perpendicular with itself real quick."
yeah, I mean, the idea that there were multiple shooters is just, it's too much, honestly.
well, I can tell you what I did anyway if you want to hear it, but like only if everybody wants to hear it. You know?
I was just hanging around on the grassy knoll, right? I was looking for a way to, you know what? It doesn't matter what I was doing on the grassy knoll, okay? I was just there. It doesn't necessarily mean that I was also involved in the shooting of our dear friend here.
And today is honestly the first time he's had that hand. He's never held a Tommy before that.
It's
Doesn't.
He wouldn't let him.
Mm.
Oh yeah, this is totally new, totally new.
Yeah, I mean, I just woke up. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm just following these guys. Someone told me they shot me, and I'm about to find out.
There I
Yeah.
was, with my hand outstretched, just siphoning the life, I would say, out of this individual. And while I had some visions as well, like probably from their life and all of that. But in any case, I just, have this ability, and I can use it quite well. I can show you if you want to volunteer. If anybody here would like to volunteer.
The Dorleone snaps his fingers, and the one to his left, the bodyguard guy to his left, kicks his chair back, standing up all in one motion, and stands up on the table and steps over to Mai. And is standing in front.
Well, are you sure this is gonna hurt?
It really does hurt a lot.
We must know.
All right.
Dorleone says, crackles. If we're to get to the bottom, of all this, and this parlay is to move forward.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna turn to the person now standing next to me. Just go like, hey, do you have any gods you want to pray to first? I'll give you that.
I've renounced them in the name of crime.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Me too. I'm sure.
Oh, you're a warlock.
Yeah. I just like I send Gerald the death stare.
Sorry.
And then I put my hand on this person's wrist.
All right, and yeah, the windows fold in on themselves, cracking, and then fold in on themselves again, opening the air to all of this wind from the prairies blowing directly into the wood, the room, flipping over the table above along with all the people around at the table, and even the structure of the estate itself blow away behind and the prairie itself rolls in on itself the way the other stuff did, and it's just sitting on this chair, but then this Boggle, a much younger Boggle, and he's Mai is a much younger Boggle on the prairie, in the prairie hill, on a hillside, and lying against it, but because the hillside kind of goes up and ramped up a little bit, even with the head all the way resting on the ground, you can still see out in the horizon, and the horizon is teeming with freshly paved snow, or freshly fallen snow, and there are just thin little sprouts in the white snow, or thin little black sprouts of small moon petals that are well withered in this snow, and it's this serene quietness that Mai is enjoying, that's immediately as looking out at the emerald sky, and that's immediately shocked as a little explosion of ice crystal powder, this cold shock hits Mai in the nose, and she sits up, and it's her best friend Harriet's sliding down the prairie really fast on a sled, and they yell, "You're it!" And Mai gets up and starts chasing Harriet down, but Harriet's going too fast down the prairie, and is scooping up a ball of ice crystals and throwing it, but it just is a roll strength Mai.
Oh snap!
What is my strength? 0. That's an 8.
Yeah, it just tumbles before hitting the Harriet on the sled, and Harriet laughs, and it echoes in Maya's head as Mai kind of falls forward into stumbles into the snow and tumbles down the prairie. But as this world is tumbling around Mai, it starts tumbling into a much drier and hotter prairie, and the ground is replaced back with that chair, and this world the table comes back over and rights itself, and the chairs abruptly slide back into place beside her on either side, and the windows all and structure all furl back into place, and the horizon of prairie wobbles a bit as it resets back into place.
And then he takes 11 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. Necrotic. Gotta make a little thing for this dude. He rubs his forearm.
Well, you by chance have a well, okay, let me put it this way. This isn't exactly what I just don't want you guys to think this is like black magic or anything, but like I did see part of your past, and are you and your friend had a lot of fun together. You and Harriet.
Harriet, that's the name I have. Yeah, his whole demeanor changes from this steely not the word refined, but whatever is the word for like reclusive or his face shows expression for the first time, and he's like, Harriet, that's a name I haven't heard for some time.
Well, you seemed like such an innocent, happy-go-lucky child.
Oh my god, how did she know that? It sounds like black magic.
Berserk.
Harriet couldn't deal with the way I was going. Harriet got a big city opportunity in a big forest opportunity in old York, and I couldn't keep up where Harriet was going, and then he couldn't keep up with my rough and tumble lifestyle of criminal life, and it just I haven't met Harriet in it's since I'd say about early summertime.
Well, you should think about reaching out. You know, friendship like that seems like like it'll last forever. So I'm sure he'd love to hear from you.
Roll persuasion.
I'm trying to put this guy back on the right path. 12.
I will. And he rubs his forearm that you grabbed, and he looks at it, and there's this friendship bracelet that a single tear drops onto, and he turns and heads back to his seat beside Dorleone. But as he does, you notice it's before this they were just monolithic bodyguards that they both had the same steely gaze and demeanor, but now this seems to be another individual at the table, as they're mulling over their own thoughts and feelings.
Whoa, that shit was crazy, you guys. It's like a mind fuck.
Mai all of a sudden remembers what she did see when she was sucking the life out of the spire jumper. Was that what the name of the thing?
A spire walker.
Yeah, and all of a sudden she just like zeroes in and like looks over at Rizal, and she's just like, "What did you do?"
Wait,
what?
What?
This is as I agree with this gentleman of Hobbs here. This is dark magic of the highest degree, and it cannot be it is juncture that is null and void in the if we act upon dark magic, then it will bleed into other aspects of our township. This
Oh, okay. Well, you're just like I said, it wasn't dark magic, but you're like accusing me because I'm a tiefling. Is that it?
Because your traveling companion had stated that it was.
He doesn't know nothing.
Guys, I listen. If it's black magic, there's a simple way to test, right?
Oh.
What you do is, they say people like burn witches. If you just hit her with fire, and if she survives, then she's clearly. Wait, does that mean she's a witch or she's not a witch?
Dorleon, there will be no hitting before the breakfast is over. This is the peacetime, and
it seems like you're all just projecting anyway. It's not really about Mai or what kind of magic she's using. That's not what's causing the arguments between you all, is it?
They roll persuasion.
Okay.
As Dorleon and the mayor and the sheriff all look back and forth at each other, and what were you saying?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, they all look back and forth at each other and reflect on their selves. And what was your roll?
It was a 14.
Yeah.
So,
the sheriff's like, well.
Each of you... Sorry.
Oh,
I was gonna continue, but you go ahead.
The air. Oh, son, no, you go ahead, please. Everyone, I was just interrupting to say, let's hear him out. Now, I'm back. I'm walking back my interruption.
So this is very kind. I mean, it seems,
son, spit it out. Everyone,
thank you so
hear
much.
what he has to say. No, he's on to something here.
All right,
I want
so
to hear
I'll
what
go
he
ahead
has to say. No one else talk over him.
All right. So... Fuck you, Rizal. God damn it.
I'm just eating.
Mouth closed when you chew. We've been over this. So it seems to me that, like...
Hey, could you pass me the gravy real quick? Sorry, it's on your side of the table.
Oh,
and
yes, I suppose.
No, it's over on Gerald's side of the table. It'd be great if Gerald could stop what he's doing right now and just pass me the gravy.
Gerald picks up the gravy and tosses it at Burjuk.
Are you tossing it?
That's an 11 to hit your AC. I'm trying to hit him right in the chest with it.
Nice.
Oh yeah, starting a food fight with a table full of guns is the best way to do this.
The sheriff is like, rootin', tootin', food fight, and
shit.
He grabs a handful of flour meat and chucks it across the table at Con Dorleon. Gotta roll. We got a. He gets an 8, and he kind of spikes it down into the middle of the table, and it splats across the middle of the table, and
Sheriff, that's no way to de-escalate. Come now.
Dorleone looks up, and the mayor is in I'm beside myself, I'm mortified. And
That's right. You guys should listen to us. We are experts at de-escalation. Okay.
Dorleone is like, oh yeah, he's just very stiff and squinting at the mayor, or not the mayor, the sheriff, and the sheriff's like, oh, you're right. I apologize. As I was saying, let's hear these guys out.
Did you get that gravy? Good?
Oh, yeah, it's great. And Berzuk takes a piece of meat and scrapes it against his breastplate where the gravy landed, and starts eating off of that, like as if it was just another plate.
All right.
You know hobgoblins. Anyway, what I was going to say is this. This is the thing that I was building up to. It seems to me that...
Hey, by the way, could you pass some breadsticks?
I can...
One goes into your mouth, I think.
All right.
And so that stops Berzuk from talking. He's trying to dislodge the bread that's...
So it seems to me that the three parties here do not necessarily have mutually exclusive goals, but each of you is pursuing them in a way that is causing a tremendous amount of conflict in the town. Sheriff, you want this town to remain as it was when you were young, yes? I mean, it seems clear that you're holding on to a lot of things from your childhood, the desire to start food fights. I know I'm not one to throw stones or breadsticks, but like, you want things to be safe and comfortable.
I didn't start that food fight. I was
Typically, the person who shouts food fight starts it. That's neither here nor there. The point is, you want things to be comfortable, just as they were when you were younger, right?
I suppose that there's a gaping hole, or roll. Yeah, you already rolled persuasion, so you're gonna stay true throughout this. Your 14 carries over, and yeah, I suppose that there's this gaping hole in my chest that I fill with my duties as sheriff, and when I'm by myself and everything's quiet, I like a hermit crab, I descend into that empty place in my chest, and I guess I am a shadow of the person I was when everything seemed to be a little easier, and my pursuit of that, I might be blinded by other things then.
That was like a major breakthrough. You should be very proud of yourself.
I mean, yeah. That's a lot.
For
you.
I guess I do everything I can to I put my pride in the town, as I'm incapable of self pride due to possibly unrootin' tootin' requinted grievances that have been long-standing with the other people in this town that seek to change it. I'm scared of change. I'll say it. I'll lay it on the table, like I did that fleet mount flour meat. I'm sorry. I'm tearing up, and I'm hustered, bustered, and all flustered, and oh.
Never have to apologize for having emotions. Emotions are natural. It's just what you do with them that's important. See, I was originally looking for like a yes/no answer. I don't want to minimize the breakthrough that you've made. It's amazing. I was just going to point out that you're afraid of change, and these two seem to be trying to change things. I point to Corleone and the mayor. I
agree. They're the root. They're trying to change everything.
Okay, take a deep breath. Deep breath.
Root and tootin'.
Let it out. More. Are these two?
Is that normal?
I'm going through something, miss. And he tips his hat. If you'll excuse me here, I'm going through a thing or two.
Okay, I'm just all right, but like after you're done going through something, we should maybe take you to a doctor.
I don't trust him.
Well, but you trust. All right, you know what? I tried helping. I'm done. I'm gonna just. Gerald, this is all you.
I mean, I don't think it is anymore. I was originally going to lay out a pretty simple, like, 4-point thing, but on point 1, we got about 19 different subsections. So, anyway, I was going to say these two are trying to build in new sources of revenue for the economy.
Well, we need to build new renovations to if our town is ever going to aspire to be as tall and teeming with industry as the old York Forest, then we must build. We must grow. We must change. Change is the lifeblood of industry. And if I'm ever going to be a mayor of anything more than a one-horse town, we must make great changes to it. And I will not subside to the sheriff's inability to change, and I agree that he has to overcome his own problems with that, but that has nothing to do with me, as I am here for progress.
See, this is why I don't think I have the men for the job. Like, did you hear that? I was going with like a 4-point plan. Point 1 had 19 subsections. Point 2, like, this guy's just like throwing shit at the wall and everything's sticking.
Listen, Gerald, this is not the time to lose faith in yourself. We all believe in you, and in fact, we're all putting all of our hopes on your ability to remedy this situation.
Pershik, that actually means a lot. Thank you. Why couldn't you have said that?
All right. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm just gonna, follow the crowd. I mean, I don't know if we should say this, but on the dinner table, but we gotta this town has a drug problem, right? I mean, we're all.
But that's the new revenue stream that I was referencing that these two are exploiting.
Leon says, this town has it's an industry of trade that just happens to be what my business can profit in at the moment, and it's not what I want to be doing. I'd love to be like the sister. I'd love to be like whoever those are. I'd love to make fancy armoires or or whatever. But that's not the trade my poppy taught me, and I know it's not what I'm going to be able to teach my son. I need to teach. I have people to provide for. I have families that rely on me, and this is just the way that I know how to survive, and I'm damn hell am gonna keep surviving, no matter what the sheriff says.
So the point I was going to say is that this town does need to change to survive. That's the nature of existence. We need to change in order to continue to be, because the world changes around us. That doesn't mean that we have to lose who we are and what makes us special. So, Dorleone, you can continue using your business connections to move products around. The thing that's causing the problem is adding this extra ingredient that makes it very addictive, making it very profitable so that it's the only thing that you want to sell. It makes it so that you abjure all other parts of who you were, and not just who you were, but who this town was, what this town was before. And it makes you subservient to outside forces. And when those forces inevitably find something new, you and this town will be the ones left in the lurch. Can't depend on those outside forces for your security. You need to build together as a community to make a sustainable economy. That means
Man, that bread was dry. Hey, Gerald, could you pass me the water jug, please?
sure.
With the aid of
Water just sparks into your mouth.
with
Glug, 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 glug.
with the inspiring words that Rizel gave you to build up your confidence and help you believe in yourself, giving you advantage on your persuasive technique ahead into negotiating the brass tacks with Dorleone there. Roll advantage with persuasion with advantage.
Awesome. 11. I did worse. I got focused on the water.
There's
Also, what's this big hulking brute doing here? I mean, what's up with that? Who has moss on them, right? Sorry, that was rude. I apologize. I didn't mean to completely detract from everything that I just said before, but honestly, it doesn't say hello or anything.
well, the ingredient G, it's coming in. The mayor provides us, has been providing us with that. It's been able to boost sales. That he's allotted us to operate without impunity, or with impunity, and as long as we included this ingredient in there, it was just a side effect that lo and behold, it happens to sell like hotcakes. But I'm not partial to the extra ingredient. It's more. It actually is more work for us to infuse it. So I have no qualms. The Dorleone family has no qualms with not including it, but we're just obligated to, as an agreement with the mayor who provides it to us. And the mayor is like, this is merely my constituency of sorts. He is he's an aristocrat who is here to help me oversee, and he overbears my my meetings with his voice gets a little low as he looks back up at it, trying to assess. He's going to roll. Yeah, he stares into it, and you see like a little bit of worry go over his face as he realizes something about the face of this creature, and his voice gets really low, and he's like, I have political in order to grow the city as I need it to do as a mayor, any good mayor needs their city to thrive, their township to thrive, and I aspire it to be a city one day as teeming as the forest. The prairies will stand as high as the forest, and in order to do that, I have made some dealings with those who I've agreed to help disperse this substance in order to have their favor in their political favor in the court of the summer, and they have assured me that if I help them in this, the prairies will stand as tall as the forest before my term as mayor is up, and I saw it as an opportunity, and the creature, this fen beast, is going to roll perception, or he's going to do stealth and combat its perception. Stealth is 11. Its perception is 20. It smashes down onto it smashes the mayor. He's like leaning over the table trying to whisper to you guys all this information, and it just pile drives downwards with its whatever this is, knuckles, and the mayor through the table, and it's not good. The table it blasts upwards on the opposite ends, and on this end it slams down to the floor, and chairs kind of go everywhere, and there's this electrical blast that shatters the windows behind this creature, and this crazy wind is tearing into the building now, and that is where we leave off on what will happen to our compatriots until next time on the Glower and Gloom Saga.
Yay!
Dun, dun, dun. Holy shit, did the table just blow off?
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
like
God.
punched the mayor down through the table,
Shit.
and
Shit.
the table got all messed up.
I just want to know, as soon as I saw that, Rise will grab the gun and just like step back and bracing for the incoming.
And what? And hid?
Probably.
Gerald, my fork went flying when the table exploded. Could you pass me a spare fork, please?
Yeah.
Nah, to be
Here's
to be
two.
in line, Rizal was probably too busy, distracted eating, and he probably just got caught in the chaos. But he will try to find his gun.
Mhm.
Oh, I think that 24 is going to hit through Berzak's AC.
It hits you right in the hand.
Actually,
Oh
It
no.
lodges in the barrel of the gun.
wait, you throw it at his hand, or you throw it at his gun?
On the hand, I'm aiming for the barrel.
I mean, he needs his hand to eat with.
Trying to replace your gun with a fork.
Oh, he's using his fork with his regular hand. Well, no, he needs one hand for the fork and one hand for the knife. So I guess technically you're supposed to use the American style, use the fork in your left hand and your knife in the right hand, and so it's yeah, okay.
I'd say that's true.
That actually is the correct hand to impale.
I know my Emily post.
Oh, it looks like we're what was it again? A fen beast? How do you spell that?
FENBEAST.
Ah, okay.
If you
Oh,
can't get it
shit,
from that, what can you do?
FEN beast.
No spaces.
This guy looks tough. Oh shit. All right, we'll be ready. I'll be ready. We'll be ready next week
Heck
with
yeah.
my handy dandy Tommy Pelican. I'm gonna be so inefficient with it for sure.
It'll look cool.
It might not be efficient, but I damn well look cool in it.
Hell
I
yeah.
will keep doing it no matter what.
Wait, you said the gun was like as tall as me? Holy
Yes.
nice.
I had to run to the bathroom. Did Gerald successfully convince everybody to diversify their revenue streams?
Depends on what you mean by success, right?
I mean, we kind of got to a place where the monster got angry and smashed the mayor through the table.
Okay.
I mean, so that was
Yeah,
it was a literal breakthrough of the table's surface.
Yeah.
So
There are lots of different breakthroughs that happen.
yeah,
But
Mhm.
I'd say that you were in agreement with the sheriff. You were in agreement with the Dorleone family, and then you pressed the mayor, and he seemed to be forthcoming with some kind of reaching a olive branch across the table, figuratively, and then spilling
Better
some
break
beans
through.
that some other powers that be didn't want spilled, that seem to be even looming over the mayor himself, and then hell broke loose.
Mm-hmm. Think of it this way, guys. Nobody died yet, right? So it's a win-win for us.
only because we haven't rolled initiative yet.
Mara,
you know.
too upset, right?
I mean, she did explicitly stop this kind of thing from happening last time, but
So it'll be something like, "Hey, Amara, welcome back. Roll initiative."
Yeah. So story wise, where was Amar this whole time? Just chilling, right? Somewhere? Or
I'd
was
say,
she technically with us?
I'd say maybe
I was thinking that she was like going around to gather ingredients to like, research cures for Rysel, who was paralyzed when she left.
yeah, maybe.
She comes into the meeting like, "I've got it. What's happening here?"
Yeah.
And then she sees Rysels with like 3 fucking Tommy guns that are way too heavy for him.
Mhm.
It's gonna go great, you guys. This fight's gonna go great.
Yeah. I thought that was
Wait, we're
fun.
fighting?
That like the thing that got you guys out of that, and the person who bridge the gap or anything, the last 2 times was Amara, one inside of the sheriff's office and then the other one inside the saloon. And then when you guys got here, like your in and your face of the team, at least in this town, happened at the one like talkie part. That person happened to not be there tonight. That's fun.
Oh,
Oh come on,
Dude.
we don't need a party face or a diplomatic approach. We
I mean, do people not like me? Is that
No,
I
it's not.
thought that
I-
I thought everyone thought was really convinced by my convincingness, and that everything that I said was really good.
Actually, yeah, of course, yeah. That I think you did killer. It made tons of
Gerald's terrible though.
yeah,
Gerald's terrible, but he's a middle child,
yeah.
so like, he gets it.
But
So-
honestly, I think Gerald made sense of the whole thing and then like addressed it specifically, or like itemized the everybody's issues and then addressed them specifically and non-conflict resolution-y. Pretty much the same thing that Gigi was doing. Chris took on for this one, and it was fun and killer.
I mean, or we could have just, everybody's gathered in a nice banquet hall
Plan B.
within a 20-foot radius,
Uh-huh.
and we can settle the dispute very quickly, and close the door behind us and get out of the building before it burns down. Nobody saw us go in, right? I mean,
The Marquis saw
As is in the
greeted you.
true custom of the children of Hobbs.
Oh yeah.
yeah, we're masters of de-escalation.
Yeah.
Yep. Damn. And
Also-
one last thing, Laura, I was so bummed I couldn't steal that. Like, what was it? What was I
The-
trying to steal?
The summoner staff.
Yeah.
I mean, you did steal it,
Damn.
right?
No, I failed.
Well,
It
you
was just hanging out of the cart.
You successfully
still
stole it,
failed.
but it was
Oh,
you
I
got
did?
caught, and then you put it back, and then you hid next to it, and then you walked out without it, from my understanding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's still there, right?
Yes, it's in
Alright,
the
alright, I might.
the hull of the flower that was made into a swanky carriage.
Wait, so whose staff was that again? Was that the mayor's or the sheriff's?
That's neither.
Oh, it was neither.
Dorleone.
Don's
Oh, it's
summer staff.
Corleone. Okay.
You can
got
see it expertly rendered in the message that Mai sent a
Hell
little bit
yeah.
earlier.
With the twirling. Okay,
Well,
okay, got it.
Corleone staff, but yes, but I do agree. My drawing is fairly spot on.
Oh, that's
I feel like that's
awesome.
pretty canon.
I didn't
yeah.
see it until now.
Canon.
Wait,
Anything in this chat should be canon. I just want to throw that out there if you guys are cool with that.
I agree.
That'd be
Yeah,
hilarious.
my tweets.
Yes.
Oh, good shit.
I've been loving this entire campaign.
But yeah, I was like, my first roll back was a 1 and a 2 on advantage. It was meant to be. All right, well, I'm hungry. I gotta go eat, and I'll see you guys next week.
All right. Bye, guys.
We have a session next week, right? It's because
Uh,
it's New Year's Day. Just wanna.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Okay,
cool.
cool.
But if
Yeah, I'm free.
yeah, no stress. If you have celebrate New Year's, do your thing,
Oh,
and then come back play on another night. I'll be here, and then if anyone wants to join, if it's a small little group, that's cool. We'll do a one-off maybe, and if it's
Sure.
not, that's cool too.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll be
maybe
there next week.
Hobbs.
Yes.
Oh,
You can reprise your role
sure.
as Hobbs, or we can do another critter Scrabble scramble critter scramble caper.
I will indoctrinate
sure.
everybody.
For sure.
I've had
Alrighty.
this week that I started a cult last week.
That's
Oh my god.
Check
As
that
is
off the bucket
tradition.
list.
With our party. Well, alright, I'll see you guys next week then.
All right. Good night.
Push 'em. Happy holidays.
Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy holidays,
Chanukah
everyone.
to everyone. And stay safe.
Hell yeah.
They-
Happy
Alright,
stay warm.
holidays.
Peace out. I'll see you guys next week.